Yes. So currently on Clubhouse, no one's on it, but we decided to talk about the true cost of building a brand. I thought it'd be nice to come back on. For those of you guys that do follow me on Clubhouse, sorry, it's been like 3 to 4 weeks since I've been on. Just been trying to get everything in order from that standpoint. But Athletes and Money, our Clubhouse room, our Clubhouse chat, we do this every Monday. Um, we're going to get back to our consistency, but every Monday where we talk about different themes and topics around athletes and money. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. The true cost of building a brand. I think this is really important because a lot of athletes, a lot of people are talking about how athletes can build their brand, how athletes need to do this, how athletes need to do that. But for the athletes that aren't able to start their own media companies or, pay top dollar for video work, podcasting, editing, social media graphics, all that and the likes, it's really important to understand the cost that it takes to, build your brand, and also the different ways that you can kind of avoid spending that amount of money, because we're all about being efficient and economical with the money that we have as frugal athletes. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about a couple of different like apps you can use. We're going to break down the cost of different mechanisms, and then talk about different services that you can use to hire people, if you want to go about building your brand. So before I get started, this is more for like the niche athletes, not the LeBron James, the Dwayne Wades of the worlds, the Chris Pauls of the worlds, the Steph Currys, the Tom Brady's. Those athletes are starting their own, media empires. But for the athlete that, may want to build a brand from the ground up, first and foremost, is going to take a lot of work. You're going to have to do a lot of content. You can't have, you're not going to be able to get someone to just follow you around and build things just because of budget constraints. But you can still build out a wonderful brand for yourself if you do it the right way. So, with that being said, let's just talk about different apps that you can use. Canva. I live and die by Canva. I think it's the best app, when it comes to a social media standpoint, marketing, graphic design standpoint. It's very easy to use. It's fairly cheap, probably around $250 a year. If you get the Canva Pro version, if you do have a foundation, you are able to get it for free. So that's a way to kind of sidestep paying. But for $250 a year, you can do so much with Canva. I highly recommend it. It's a great service. They've added new things like if you want to schedule out posts. So, say you build a bunch of posts in one day, schedule them out throughout the week, throughout the month, even throughout the year. So you don't have to worry about it, and it's not as time consuming for you. So you could kind of do your content in bulk, which is a way to get a lot more done and be more efficient with your time. And I'm only going to go over apps that I use specifically because I think it's better that way, to be open and upfront. Another app, OnlyPoll. So I'm interested to see the future of OnlyPoll now that Canva has allowed you to schedule posts. But OnlyPoll is essentially a platform that allows you to schedule posts in advance. So I use it for all my content from the Instagram platforms. So I have a number of different Instagram profiles that I use. So I'm able to schedule out posts, months in advance, and it just helps with time constraints because, by the time you make content, then you edit content, then you got to post content, you got to write the captions. So if I can figure out different ways to kind of balance it out, that's what it's all about. I also use Buffer, so it's also like a schedule out type thing. But I use it specifically for Twitter just because I like the user face a little bit better. Um, Only poll you're gonna have to pay. Buffer you're gonna have to pay, but Buffer you're allowed to have the first three accounts free. So that's kind of what I use right now. So I only use it for Twitter and LinkedIn, um, just because the user face is a lot easier than trying to get it on Only Poll. I would say Only Poll from a scheduling standpoint, it's easier for you to do it on from a picture, from a post standpoint, whereas Buffer allows you for more caption, linking things as well. Another platform I use is Restream. So that's how I'm able to stream different content. If I want to do live, but I want to have it on multiple platforms at one time. Restream's something I use. I also use StreamYard, but StreamYard I use it through a partner. So I'm not paying out of pocket for that. That's a business partner that pays for that. Uh, what else do I use? V.io. And I must admit, I was using it before. I kind of got rid of it just because the bandwidth in terms of what I needed to do at the time, it wasn't really necessary. But V.io is a platform that I use there as well. So as you can see, Restream's also um, jumping back and forth. Sorry, Restream's about $19 a month if you can get a special. So it's not too bad. It could be worse. So you probably just want to wait for a special for that. Um, yeah. So back to V.io. So V.io is a platform where you can edit your videos, but also include captions in it. I think that's a really cool thing. Captions are really important, for your audience, because not everyone listens to the audio. Maybe they're at work, so they want to be loud, or maybe they're on the drive, so they're reading the captions in the video. So V.io is a platform that allows you to do that. Last but not least, Headliner, and Headliner is about, yeah, in the 200 range per year. And this one's cool because it gives you the ability to transform audio into different audio graphics and stuff like that. So in terms of the apps that I use, I also use InShot. That cost me about $5. Different editing things on your phone that you got to use, that help just with the bandwidth of and the streamlined process of creating content. Um, so from the standpoint of, say you want to do some blog writing, and you don't have enough time to do it on your own, that is probably going to cost you, for a good blog writer, that's probably going to cost you around 50, anywhere from 50 upwards dollars. If you want to get someone that's just going to write, and you not have to worry about editing, and you don't have to worry about and you want to don't have to worry about spelling errors, yeah, a good blog writer is going to cost you at least $50 per post. Sometimes they charge per word, so $1 per word. So usually, and then they'll say like $250. Oh, sorry, 250 word minimum. So you're going to pay $250 per post. But those are like the high end blog writers and stuff like that. So you're going to get good feedback on your writing. But you could probably find one, around for $50, $75 around there. But imagine you want to do an article a week or a blog post a week. It's going to take quite a bit of time with that. Sorry, guys, I'm outside, so there will be some people that walk behind me on occasion. That's for the people that are watching on YouTube. So, but with that being said, when it comes to blog writing, say you want to do a post a week. So $50, it's going to end up costing you $200 a month. $200 times 12, 2,400, which isn't bad in the grand scheme of things, but you just got to make sure you have a purpose around your blogs. Are you going to try to make money off it? Or are you just trying to increase exposure? What does that look like? When it comes to podcasting, I know podcasting athletes are starting podcasts. They're very popular. Um, for a good edit, probably gonna cost you $25 to $75 per hour. And then again, like, what's the schedule of your podcast? Are you doing it on a weekly basis? Is it bi-weekly? Is it daily? Is it something that you can do on your own? There's software that allows you to, edit on your own. But then again, that comes to time. That comes time. And obviously, as an athlete, you have other things you got to commit to. Video is probably the most expensive video content. Videographers, they can charge a lot because not everyone can, edit videos properly or in a aesthetically pleasing way. So I was fortunate this off season. I was able to get a young hustler that just really wanted to put the work in. And I think for athletes, it's important to um, use your status, if that's the best way to put it. I don't want to make it seem like uh, taking advantage of others, but use your status as an athlete. People are willing to work with you. People are willing to discount on their prices just because they can work with the professional athlete or worked with the high level athlete on their resume for them to increase their services or increase their value in other circumstances. So you're able to possibly get discounts if you ask the right way, if you negotiate the right way. So I was able to get somebody on retainer for $300 a month uh, over the off season, and I was churning out content, probably, 4 to 5 videos, per month. So that's a pretty good rate, around $30 per video. That is not the case. This person was young and grinding and wanted just to get her reps up. But at the end of the day, if you want like high level, like the videographers that are doing content for like LeBron James and Odell Beckham and those type of athletes, they're going to be costing you a pretty penny. But now as you continue to build out your platform, and if you're getting you know you're getting comfortable building out edits, there's templates that you can use that like kind of make it easier. There's platforms that you can use, whether it's Adobe Premiere or Final Cut or even Curve Story or InShot. These are all apps that you can use to help video editing. If not, you're going to have to use a videographer that's going to help you in that process. So with that being said, I talked about kind of shooting your shot when it comes to people to help you with building your brand. So whether it's Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, you could just put the word out. That's how I kind of found some of my interns. That's how I kind of found out how I was able to get some videographers. For me, I think it's really important. But some other platforms, I'm just going to go through the list. You got Fiverr, Upwork, you got onlinejobs.ph, you got Your Man in India, you got Ask Sunday, Brickwork, Task Every Day. These are different platforms that you can use to find talent or to find people to help you. Obviously, you could ask friends and family. Friends and family, you could ask people on the staff of the team that you play on. Whether it's someone in the video department or media department, they're always looking for extra work or they're always looking to enhance their skill set. So it's all about how you go about it. It's all about how you ask and go from there. What I will say too, if you have the means to get a social media team or a marketing team, they cost $500 a month upwards if you want good work, but they can handle a lot at the same time. So it's not you having to go to a videographer for this and then a social media person for that and an editor. So if you can find a full boutique service, I'd highly recommend that. It's tough though because so many different companies are specialized, and you don't see that every day from the standpoint of having someone to give you everything you need in one service, like a one-stop shop. But if you were to be able to do that, it's going to cost you upwards of $500, $700, sometimes thousands of dollars a month, depending on how full service your team is and if your agency already does it. Some agencies are starting to expand and do that as well. So if you have an agent, they probably have a department that can help you a little bit from that standpoint, but not full service where they're going to be handling the post every day and stuff like that. So just wanted to give a quick rundown of like the true cost of building a brand. I think it's important for athletes to understand that it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So make sure you guys check out frugalathlete.com. We have more content in the works. We're definitely going to have a breakdown of like the actual cost of building a brand if you want to do it the right way. So check out our Instagram, check out our Twitter, check out our website. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. We like to engage with you guys. And yeah, that's it. So catch y'all later.